Good morning, kings and queens. This is Jacqueline here with the Grow program. Thank you for growing with me. It's a lot of episodes. There are a lot of episodes, and somebody come just joining in. You got it's quite a lot of catching up to do, kind of, I guess, but I think about people like other folks, who have podcasts. I'm new to this. I'm very new to this. And I guess they people just catch up, also, as we grow, because we are going to grow. I'm telling you, we're going to grow all over the world. We already are. We everywhere. And I am so grateful. I thank God for you. I thank God that you are with me. I thank God, more importantly, that you realize that we are under oppression. No matter where you are, no matter what your status, your wealth, where you are in the world, Africans are under oppression, and we have been, since slavery, and since slavery, we were under slavery. Bondage, chains, locked up, and still locked up like in the mind, still locked up under this oppression, still trying to come up out of it. We didn't even know what we was under. I didn't know, I didn't know what oppression. I ain't never heard of the word really oppression. I heard of depression, but I had never really heard of oppression until the ancestors put that on my spirit, oppression. Oppression. So I looked it up. Oh my God, that's it. That I've been up under oppression. And you need to look it up. Hurry up and look it up before they move it out the dictionary. See, it's in there now. They don't want you to know. This is oppression that leads to depression, that leads to death. My brother was depressed. I was depressed. A lot of people are under depression. A lot of people don't, suffer under oppression, and we all suffer under oppression. We all suffer under that. But I'm telling you something, we got the cure. Grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. We got the cure, honey. We growing. We growing up out of this oppression. Even though we see evil doing, God has gave us the cure. God has gave us the remedy. God has wrote out the prescription. And I'm here to deliver it to you. I'm delivering the prescription to you via home visit. See, you ain't even got to leave out now and go and come and hear this message. I'm here to deliver it to you and give you the cure of your oppression and your depression so you can rise and come and grow out with substance. I'm telling you, people, it's getting ready to happen. I feel it. I'm telling you. Ooh, it's happening. It's not getting ready to happen. It's happening. Grow is the end of this oppression. We're going to rise up out of it. We're going to come up out of this, people. You need to tell somebody to grow. Begin to tell people to grow. Because, see, that way you begin to change their mindset, and how they think about themselves and each other. Reach out to the talented and lost. Grab your people. Get a hold of your people. You love them. It breaks my heart to see them like that. It truly does. I don't like, it always has. And I'm going to tell you something. We own that subject. I was meditating this morning on Mr. Walter Scott. I was meditating on him this morning. And I thought about that police officer who shot him. See, I ain't got to name that police officer because he doing 20 years. And he every day he think about Walter Scott. So, I wonder, when that police officer was chasing Walter Scott and pulled his pistol out, I wonder, did he think if somebody would have told him that he served with him in the Coast Guard, if he would have shot him? I don't think so. See, I'm going to tell you something. Two different scenarios. You got two different men. Two different backgrounds, both served in the Coast Guard, and both had two different outcomes. Look what happened to the Caucasian. And look what happened to the African. The African fell victim to the oppression of this country. I don't care how they try to assassinate this man's character. He was a victim of this country in that who pushed the drugs in the community? Who can we blame? Because see, they said at this time this man was in the Coast Guard and he had a drug offense. I don't care who pushed the drugs in the community. He didn't go over in Colombia and get the drugs and bring them back over here. No. Who is responsible for keeping the border safe and keeping the drugs away from the community? The government. That's who's responsible. It's the government. The government pushed the drugs in the community. And he is a victim of oppression. And it's the two different outcomes of these lives, though. You got two men who served in the Coast Guard for the government. The Caucasian man comes out, has a successful career. But the African man comes out and has drug charges, child support. He trying to do this and he trying to do that. He running because he don't want to go back to jail for child support. Regardless, it should not have cost him his life. That should not have cost him his life. And thank God we got justice for that. Some type of justice. It wasn't really the outcome that I would have liked to see, because I'm not for death. I'm not for the death penalty. However, I would like to see this man have done some more time for taking that life. That was not his life to take. And so he's paying here, but he got to pay when he go to the spirit world too. See, because he done took royalty. He didn't kill the king. Regardless of what was going on in this United States with this man in these circumstances, he killed the king. This man was under oppression of this country. See, he was under the bondage of the drug offenses that was pushed in by the government, and then on top of that, he had the bondage and the oppression of child support in this country. I mean, he just was in a pretty much lose-lose situation. How was he gonna come out from under that bondage of the he got, thank God he was able to get a honorable discharge out the Coast Guard, but still he had that offense dog in him. Everywhere he went, tried to get a job, everything he done, that offense just followed him right everywhere he went. Anything he tried to do. So then, therefore, he wasn't able to get no job, so he whacked up on the child support charges. Then the child support charge whacked up and went to a felony, went to a warrant. So they out looking for him for child support. He may be spending time with his baby out there. Now he can't spend no time with his baby. He gone. You see what I'm saying about child support? We got to end child support, people. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you got a fool who want to stay oppressed under this system, don't want to try to help with his baby, and you got to go after him, then by all means, that's what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you something. We need to put child support out of business. And I mean that. We need to put child support out of business. You got two responsible adults who sat down together and decide we gonna lay up. Then here come a baby. They decide to have a baby. Okay. You decide to do this. Why can't you sit down and say, well, I'm gonna give you this. We gonna spend half this amount of time. Matter of fact, how about you do this? I'll buy clothes when she over here. You buy clothes and stuff when she over there. Ain't nobody gotta pay nobody nothing. How about that? We make sure the baby taken care of wherever she at. How about that? We supposed to be stepping up as a family. You know, as it takes a village, grandma, auntie, uncle, this baby needs school shoes and clothes. Baby keep growing. They grow. They keep growing. They don't stop growing. They keep growing. Everybody needs to step up and give for the baby. And go there and I do for babies. They ain't my grandbaby. I done adopted. That's my baby. I do for them babies. We got to, people. These babies didn't ask to be here. And they here. So we got to do better by them. This man is dead because of child support. He dead. Dead because of child support. He'd have went to jail, then he'd have been in there. He wouldn't have been able to spend no time with his baby anyway, racked up on some more charges, some more felonies. He didn't want to face that. So he just, he couldn't have got away, but he just thought this was a break. Like the slavery, just like slaves were running for freedom. He was running for freedom. He was running for his life. And he got shot down, just like they used to do back then when they running for their life. Get shot down like a dog in the street. He didn't deserve that. Now he gone. He can't see none of his kids, and she ain't gonna get no money. It really angers me. It angers me, but at the same time, that's why I'm speaking. That's why I'm doing something about it. That's why I'm speaking about it. We need to quit with this child support, because I'm going to tell you something. See, what'll happen is he'll turn around and take the baby from you. And he can do it, honey. These judges nowadays are going for the fathers. They are. They are going for the fathers in a lot of situations. It don't matter whether it's girl or boy. They going for the fathers. You can sit up and think you got $600 coming in for the next 18 years. No, you don't. He gonna wise up at some point, and he gonna take you to court. And he can do it too. So you need to try to work with him and quit thinking that, going in these relationships and stuff with these messed up agendas. I told you about these messed up agendas because these messed up agendas would get you messed up. You think you going to mess up somebody, you will be messed up. And be sitting up there wondering what the heck happened, how this turn around. This ain't how it's supposed to play out. Because see, God wasn't gonna let it play out like that. God had already saw you coming, honey. He already saw you coming, and moved him out the way or her out the way, moved him out the way so you wouldn't be able to get to him, and then watch the bomb blow up in your face. And now you sitting there wondering what happened. How did I get in this? How this happened to me? So people, we got to be careful going in with messed up agendas. I'm going to tell you something. Somebody that's going in something with a messed up agenda. You need to just, hey, tell them about the GROW program. Tell them it's time to reach their greatness over this oppression. Trying to oppress somebody, trying to be oppressive, somebody that's going through. We need to be growing, people. We trying to rise over this oppression. We trying to rise all over the world, and we're going to do it. We're doing it. It's happening. We are growing. We are reaching our greatness, people. We are reaching our greatness. It's happening. Just like the great mountain, I got to spread. I can't just keep rising. I got to spread. I got to spread the love. Here we grow. We growing. Just grab hold and don't let go. Just keep right on growing, people. You're royalty. You're royalty. We got to come up out of these oppressive ways. A man can't even go fishing if he owe child support. That's really sad. A man can't even go if he hungry and can't eat. If he hungry and can't buy himself nothing to eat, at least he take a fishing pole and go catch a fish. But now he can't even go fish. So you mean tell me you can't eat? You can't even go fish if you owe child support. my I'm gonna tell you something. It's real personal for me. It really is. I cannot. I just can't. Even my grandbaby father. I work with him. I cannot bring myself to do anything like that. Now we begin to God is blessing because we begin to transition, and my grandbaby want to be with his daddy. And that's a blessing for me that he spending more time over there. With his father. They are truly, truly bonding. And I'm so grateful and thankful for that. See how that worked out? That's beautiful. I wasn't gonna do that to him. I just couldn't bring myself to. But it's a beautiful thing, how it worked out. And that's how it can work out for all of us if we are willing to come together and sit down, as adults and work these situations out and remove these people from out of this child support system. It's yes, I understand, but I'm gonna tell you something. While you sitting there depending on that income, honey, it can be snatched off from under you just like that, and you won't have it or the baby. And this way you work it out, and you co-parent, co-parent together, and we're gonna put this child support system out of business. We don't need them. We adults, we royalty, we solve our problem. We know what to do. We don't need no overseers over us and our money. Okay, so praise God. Praise the ancestors. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for you. Keep growing. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world, people. I want you to say that. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Put you on some soft meditation music. Remove yourself from the chaos, negativity, and drama equation, and rise and reach your greatness. Begin to build wealth. I love you. God bless you.